What is up, everybody? Welcome to a list that I have been anticipating for myself to make. It is my favorite movies of 2024. Now, I was originally didn't think I was going to see all that many movies this year, especially the first half. The first half was a lot slower than the second half. I ended up seeing 87 movies in 2024. Which is the most amount of movies that I've seen in 1 year. And I can't believe I did it. I'm still in shock that I did it. Some of them are like premiered a couple years ago, but like became readily available this year. So that's when I'm counting it as the release date. Because if it comes out digitally this year and everywhere else, like mainly, I'm going to count it. But yeah, let's get right into the list. Now, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Robert Eggers. I watched The Witch or The Vitch. I don't know how you pronounce it. I watched it a couple years back and I thought it was boring. But that was when I was just getting into horror. And then I watched The Northman and I loved it. So when I heard he was going to be doing Nosferatu, my curiosity was piqued. And oh my goodness, did it deliver on everything it set out to be. Just from the opening frame alone, the opening scene, just like Longlegs, it starts right with a punch and it doesn't stop. Longlegs isn't unfortunately on this list. I did really, really, really enjoy it. It was kind of hard to pick 10 movies. But Lily Rose Depp, Bill Skarsgård, if he's not nominated for an Oscar, I'm going to be furious. I heard he lowered his voice like in a whole octave, and then with Mongolian throat singing, which is just... When you hear his voice in the movie, you're not going to believe it. And I didn't believe it. The way this movie is shot is gorgeous, gothic aesthetic. I've been kind of getting into it. My favorite musical is Sweeney Todd. So, yeah. Robert Eggers, I'm going to watch anything you make now. Nosferatu, go see it, please. Now, I had no expectations for DreamWorks this year. And especially not for The Wild Robot. But when I watched it, I cried twice. I'm not afraid to admit it. It took everything that I loved from Puss in Boots. Granted, I haven't read the book. From Puss in Boots' Last Wish, with the gorgeous animation. And again, the movie starts and it doesn't stop. Roz, I'm pretty sure that's the robot's name. Roz is just immediately on the island and she knows nothing. Then a tragic accident happens, and then it's all mainly about parenting, step parenting, and just growing up. Ugh. I love the kids' movies, animated movies that are also can be viewed with adults and not have them dumbed down and just sit there like, ugh. The Wild Robot is gorgeous. The music is amazing. One of the scenes itself, it's not even something that a character said. It was just the music and the way it was filmed. I cried. I'm a movie lover. I cried at that scene. I thought it was gorgeous. The Wild Robot is amazing. And I can't wait for the second movie. And I bet it will be just as good, if not better. Coming in at number 8, I am not a Superman fan all that much. But I'm not even going to lie. The James Gunn Superman looks amazing. I do like Christopher Reeve. And it was very unfortunate how he passed, and especially in his accident. And we got a full-on documentary. And my goodness, was it raw, real, and emotional. It was so good. I can't recommend it enough. There's not really It's not really something I can talk about, like with cinematography and stuff like that. It's just more a gut punch and emotional. Excuse me. I just go see it. It's on Max right now. On number 7, we got probably my biggest surprise of the year, Last Stop in Yuma County. If you thought Pulp Fiction was too much and too long, then I highly recommend this. Granted, it's not as good as Pulp Fiction, but it's still amazing. The script is just, it's so precise. Even if you know where it's going, they kind of throw in a little bit of something to throw you off a little bit. It just the way it's shot and the tense, claustrophobic aspect, because it's mainly in one, because it is mainly shot, it's mainly takes place in one location, the diner. And with every character just comes more and more layers and more stakes until something big happens, and then a character takes a turn you're not really expecting. Just, I can't recommend this movie enough. It was just a giant surprise on a night where I watched one of the worst movies of the year, and we'll talk about that in the next video. I'm not ending the video here. Now, at number 6, we have a franchise I just became a fan of, Mad Max, with Furiosa. One complaint: how dare you not go see the movie in IMAX? Anyway, I saw opening day in IMAX with my friend, and we loved it. He's not even that big of a Mad Max fan. I just became one when I watched Fury Road. I couldn't even get over how good Fury Road was. I watched it back to back. I'm not even going to lie. Furiosa? Oh, Lord, was that good. You got George Miller on his A game with some hit or miss CGI thrown in, but mostly practical effects with the action scenes. I heard they did, it took around 70-ish days to film the 15-minute action sequence, which is crazy. Anya Taylor-Joy was amazing. Chris Hemsworth, I need to see him in more villain roles as soon as possible. Please go watch Furiosa. It is definitely worth your time. It may be a little bit slow, but trust me, once it picks up, it doesn't stop. Coming in halfway through our list is another franchise I just became a fan of. If you would have asked me when I first kind of watched the movie, when it came out 2021, I think, I would have told you it was a boring mess. You would have asked me December, January, can't believe I have to say last year. Goodness. Sorry, just reminiscing on how old I feel now that it's 2025. Then I would have said, hell yeah, I'm excited for Dune Part 2. Oh my lord. Denis Villeneuve is just getting better and better and better at directing his movies. I've been a fan since Blade Runner 2049. I'm one of those people that saw the movie in theaters at a very young age. But still, I saw it. None of you guys did. But Dune Part 1, I was surprised that I really enjoyed. I watched it on Netflix, and I couldn't put it down, honestly. So the day Dune Part 2 came out, rushed up to the theater, IMAX, and boy did I love it. My heart was racing from, again, the very beginning. This year had some of the best opening sequences of all time, in my opinion. We're going to get to two other ones, maybe a couple other ones, and further up the list. You have Timothée Chalamet giving a Oscar-worthy performance. I haven't seen A Complete Unknown. I wanted to, but I was waiting to make the list after I saw Nosferatu, and that's where I cut my limit off. Zendaya is giving one of her best performances, I think. I think Challengers was a little bit better, maybe because she was just a bit bitchy. I don't know. But everybody's on their A game, and my lord, man, just what an ending. and a gut punch, and it looks so beautiful in IMAX. I'm very happy I've become a fan so I can experience at least the next three, because rumor is the fourth one is coming out after the third one, but Denis Villeneuve is not going to return. Dune Part 2, just 2026, gotta get Dune Part 3, hopefully it's right. Now, if you know me personally, the top four should not come to any surprise, but number 4 is Godzilla X Kong, baby. Oh! Man, I had the best time seeing a giant lizard and monkey team up together and beat the crap out of another dragon, lizard thing and monkey. Ugh! It was visually stunning, and you would think it cost like $250 million. I think it was only 125, and it looks that good? Are you kidding me? Kong is just as kick-ass as ever. I just wish Godzilla had more to do, because I am a bigger Godzilla fan. But I can't complain at all, because last year we had Godzilla -1. 2 years ago. Lord! So I couldn't complain at the time. This movie is just so much fun. It's popcorn fun. Just what the Fast and Furious movies used to be. Not there for the story. We're just there to see giant monsters mess each other up. And man, did I get it. Holy. Now we've got a franchise that I've held so close to my heart for at least, almost 5-6 years now? Crazy. It's Terrifier and Terrifier 3. Art the Clown is back and gorier than ever. Good Lord. If you've seen the movie, you know it is so good. Art's never been better. David Howard Thornton has never, ever been better. We have Lauren Lavera on her A game. Just everybody, bravo for also making it the most profitable movie of the year. I think it made, let me see. It made 45 times its budget. Bravo to everybody. I loved every second, and I'm going to be there day one on Terrifier 4. Oh, I love this franchise so much. Now, number 2. These two spots, it depends on the day, but Deadpool and Wolverine is my number 2. If you know me, I've seen Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters 3 times. I went 3 times. And IMAX was amazing. It felt so amazing to see a full IMAX theater again in a Marvel movie. It hasn't been that packed since Spider-Man No Way Home. And that as the same feeling that movie gave me, Deadpool and Wolverine gave me. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are perfect on screen together. They bounce off of each other so well. And the way that Wolverine is brought back, I loved this movie. Sean Levy, everybody, bravo. It's a masterpiece. And coming in at number 1, Sonic 3. If I felt like a kid watching Deadpool and Wolverine, I felt like a literal 5-year-old watching Sonic 3. Sonic Adventure 2 was one of the first Sonic games I ever played, and seeing that on the big screen almost made me explode. Like Deadpool and Wolverine, which I forgot to mention, has some of the best opening 10 minutes ever. That they meet Shadow in the first 10 minutes. Like, they don't stop. And I kind of have to thank the writer's strike for this, which I don't want to say. I don't know if it's a rumor or real or not, which I kind of doubt it, since Jeff Fowler is a giant Sonic fan, and he knows what works and continues to develop what works in the next movies. Just look at Sonic 1. Not enough characters, not enough Sonic characters to bounce out with. Added Tails, added Knuckles. It was focused too much on the human characters. Sonic 3 is mainly on the hedgehogs and Eggman. And the action is it's basically an anime. And that ending, I screamed in my theater when I saw that ending. Wow. Sonic 3 was even better than I thought. And they even mentioned Keanu Reeves' Shadow was amazing. Like, come on, how can you get better than Keanu? Just go see Sonic 3. And I'm so glad it's beaten Mufasa. Screw you, Disney. You don't deserve it. Anyway, that is the list. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm going to have the worst of list coming up very soon. And be forewarned, I might go very, very in on why I hate these movies. And I'm going to not hold back. See you guys in the next video.